Okay, so if you can't tell from that, I may have some news for you. Like I said in my last video, if a Jan term trip came up that I really wanted and I could afford, I was going to go on it. I knew I shouldn't have looked, but it did. So, I'm going to New York. Woo! Basically, the trip I'm going on will be on campus for a week, learning about the history and culture and random New Yorky stuff. We're going to spend 2 weeks staying in Manhattan and going to all the places pretty much that I would want to go on a trip to New York. So, that's exciting. So I've noticed that I kind of have become a more live in the moment type person. I used to really not be. I wanted everything planned out for me, structured. If it was spontaneous or if I had to take a risk, I didn't want to do it. Not really me anymore, which is kind of nice. And thinking about that, I've noticed I've had quite a few revelations about myself the past few months, and some of them are really not important. The first day of student teaching, my teacher asked me, "You want to teach this lesson? It's about adverbs. Do you know what an adverb is?" Yeah. I know, guys. It's not that I don't know what an adverb is. It's that I honestly, on the top of my head, could not remember. When she told me, I was like, oh yeah. And I taught the lesson. But, guys, very smart. I'm not saying I'm stupid overall, but, guys. Another thing I realized is that I am such a psych major. I've decided that I really want to have a kid. Not just for all the normal reasons, but I want to mess with them. And I've learned so many ways to mess with the baby. Like, I want to test a baby's depth perception and whether or not they feel fear. I mean, you set up an invisible cliff. So basically you put like, it's a solid surface. The baby's not going to fall. But you create like a glass piece where the baby can see down and it looks like a cliff. And you try and get them to crawl across it. And whether or not they'll do it depends on how experienced they are with crawling, and basically have they learned to be afraid of the cliff. So, from like falling down or seeing their parents freak out. It looks so cool. I just want to try them all really bad. Although that's kind of cruel to do that to children, but you know, psychology! Another realization I've had, I don't want to grow up. I kind of understand what Peter Pan was on about now, not wanting to grow up. Because next year I have to find housing off campus. This terrifies me. Most of Sherman is really ghetto and just terrifying. I just generally don't want to live off campus in the first place. But on top of that, to have to pay bills and figure out my own electricity and water for a house and be able to work where I'm earning enough money to pay my rent and all that stuff. That's terrifying to me. I don't know why, but it is. Side note, guys. Guess who's coming to America? Little Mix. Or as my Welsh friends would say, Little Mix. Coming to America. And actually, they're coming to Dallas. That's really bad. I'm going to stop now. On a radio tour. And I don't know how that's going to work exactly. I don't know if they're just going to the radios or someone said that they might be doing like One Direction did. And they came to Frisco and it was like mania because it was a free concert. I think Little Mix might be doing that. But they're going to have less crazy crowds because less people know who they are. So, if they do something like that, you guys should come with me. I'm on spring break. Yay! So I'm leaving for San Marcos tomorrow. And I believe you guys are not on spring break as far as I can tell. Sucks for you. But if you are going to be home next week, let me know because I'm only in Sherman. I could drive down here, have dinner with you. You could drive up, have dinner with me or lunch or whatever. Or I'll probably come home next weekend so that we can hang out if you were here. So please let me know because I really want to see both your lovely faces and catch up in person. Love you guys. Have a good week. Bye.